So hello everyone. So today we will see how to install this Kubernetes. Okay, so let's start. We'll create two servers. So I've just given the launch EC2 instances, and we will take Ubuntu machine. Okay, so Ubuntu server 18.04. Okay, we'll take two, and I will edit security, and I will provide all traffic with anywhere, so that it will take from user and have this key. Okay, so meanwhile I'll just start once to these. Awesome. So we will give it master, and this one give node. So we'll tell node 1. Awesome. Copy. Okay, same way. This is master one. Let's copy and paste it here. I'll take this one here, and I will take this one. Awesome. Okay, I will make the font size big so that it will be visible, it will be clear. And color code I will give, as always, master I will take green, and I just have a private key here. Same way I will make it 12, color orange, and this is authorization key I have. Okay, so now it is done. We will make update, so that is sudo apt-get update. Sudo apt-get update. Okay, so I hope you know, means everyone knows about why we will use these all things. Sudo apt-get update. What is apt? Basically APT stands for advanced package tools, which is the free software user interface library, where means you can say that locally we have all the libraries and we will install it. You can think like, while you will, means you want to go, you are going to a library and you want to access any books. Let's say you went to a library and you have some membership of random ABC library, and you went there and you want Python related resources, and you went there. You basically, you have taken that book and sit on the chair and you are studying like that. But what if one day when you went there and you see that there is a black screen, and a big black screen, and there is nothing like physical presence of any books. There is everything written there, everything prompted there, and that is the user interface. That's a user friendly, and what you want, any resources, you can take that resource from there. Just take it, make use of it, install in your whatever you are using the system, and just delete it. So that is what this apt, and this is free. Okay, so just clear. Same here. As we all know, Kubernetes is Google. Okay, yeah. So we need to install the Kubernetes in both the servers. So I'll make this green one as a master and this orange one as a node. And we all know that Kubernetes will have the Docker. So first we will install the Docker here. So sudo apt-get install, and I will give yes now only docker.io. So it will install Docker. Again sudo apt advanced package tool hyphen get install. Yes, what I need to install is docker.io. Correct. Okay, awesome. Since we have installed successfully Docker, now we need to start the service. So sudo systemctl start Docker. Awesome. Sudo systemctl enable the service Docker. Awesome. Same thing here we will do. Sudo systemctl start Docker. Okay. Sudo systemctl s1 correct. What I want to do, start Docker. Correct. Sudo systemctl enable Docker. All right. Correct. Okay, so in order to install Kubernetes, see, as we already have discussed, this Kubernetes is very secure Google provided tool. And if I'll talk about the secure, then obviously there is some concept will come, like keys, a private key, public key, and decryption, encryption will come obviously. So and one more thing, that this Kubernetes you will not get in the local libraries in this free software user interface advanced packaging tool, that is apt. So you need to explicitly add to this library, and then you can install this library, means Kubernetes. You can install the Kubernetes there. So before doing that, so when we install that package, which is Debian package, we need to go through many URLs. Okay, that URLs is HTTP and HTTPS, so we cannot directly access from Ubuntu that HTTP or HTTPS. So we will, how we will gonna use, we will pass some command to access those HTTP and HTTPS. So what are those commands? We'll see here. I will do here sudo su. I will do. Okay, awesome. Now now first step is to add the key. So apt-get, and we will get update, and okay, apt-get will install apt, so that it will allow me to access HTTPS. Hit enter. Awesome, it is done. The same thing I need to do here also. So apt-get update. apt-get install -y apt because I'm adding HTTP transport, HTTP so that it will make use of HTTPS later. Now you will see why actually I have used this command. Just clear it. So to means first we need to add this Kubernetes. So before adding, we need to add some keys. That keys will allow me to access this Kubernetes. So from where? I will show you from here. HTTPS colon packages dot cloud dot google.com. Okay, it's awesome. So here we can see apt. So we'll go to this package, the package doc. So here we can see in this library apt key GPG. What is GPG? This is nothing, GNU privacy guard. So this is actually decrypt the key, and whatever the files, whatever the key, whatever the files be accessed by apt, this GPG will make sure that whatever apt will get the files, it will be securely signed by apt, and also this GPG will check its signature. So here three things GPG will do. First, decrypt the key. Second, it will allow apt to sign the file securely, and the third is that it will check all the signatures. It is same like if I'll talk about real life example, then just think like there is a country A and B. So suppose this is country A and this is country B, and they have some secret data to be shared with B. Now there is our hero commander, or I don't know, some agent, which is nothing but GPG. Okay, so what it will do, it will make sure that whatever this file is shared between A and B. Suppose this is this is GPG. So it will make sure that whatever this APT, this country, this president, this APT will access this file, and whatever it is, means this B will sign the file. This should be signed securely, means it should not be like malicious code, or no attack should be happen here. No. So this is the work of GPG, who actually safeguard here. So it will make sure that whatever the files are coming here, it will be signed by APT or by country B securely, and also it will check all the signatures. This is just an example, so that you will keep remember what actually we are doing. So same thing, we will be accessing this URL, and we will add this key to our Ubuntu server. Okay, Ubuntu server and nodes, master and nodes. So as we have already installed HTTPS transport, we have already imported to access this HTTP and HTTPS. So now we will make use of curl command. Yes, HTTPS. So packages dot cloud dot google .com slash apt slash doc slash the library is apt hyphen key, which is in GPG format. Okay, now we will make use of pipe, and whatever the command, whatever the output we will get, it will be taken input here, apt hyphen t hyphen key. So just think like it is kind of a ring, and you have one key there, and now you want to add, you want to remove, or you want to add, hit enter. Okay, it is saying okay means it is done. Same thing we need to do here also. Curl command. So what is basically curl command will do? Basically curl command means transport of data from or to the server. So from this to our this server, whatever the output we have taken, we have inputted here, and we have added those keys. So whatever, if you want to access this curl command means you want to access this, this URL, use of curl. So whatever you want to means access, if suppose you want to access any other python.com, curl python.com, python.org, like that. So curl -s stps packages dot cloud dot google.com, as this is Google product, so apt will make use of that. Apt hyphen key GPG format, that is GNU privacy guard. We'll take this output and we'll input here apt hyphen key, and we want to add. That's it. Now the key is added. Since, see, if you will, I will just show you, because we need to install now Kubernetes. So now I'll just show apt hyphen get install cubelet. Let's see cubelet we need to install. What it is saying. See. Okay. Reading packaging list. It has started to read the package list, building dependency tree. What is the process it follows? It will follow the process, and after that, what it's saying? No apt package kubelet form. Kubelet is actually the tool in the Kubernetes which is responsible, as we already saw before, as we already have discussed before. Kubelet will responsible for installing the containers pod, and if any specification is there in API server, so as per that it will install the applications also. So it is saying try snap install kubelet. Why? Because maybe it is thinking that kubelet is not there, so snap kubelet you need to download, but and local means in this free software user terminal library, that is apt, this Kubernetes is not there, so we need to add into this library. So we will see where is the path apt where we can add to the source. Awesome. So now we will go to that source, apt source library. So cd hyphen etc hyphen apt hyphen source. Okay, first of all I just want to show you, if I'll go here and I'll give ls, so these all are the folders, source list, trusted list. So we are interested here, sources list.d here. So in these all, like suppose I just want to show you apt. Just go here and see others. See all other libraries are there. So whatever you want to install, what we are doing, apt hyphen install and docker.io, whatever. So all are present in these libraries. Okay, so this is all about that library. Okay, why I came out on it. Okay, no issues. Cd etc hyphen apt. I need to add into this apt library. Go to the sources. Sources dot list dot d. Came here, just give ls, nothing there. So here only we need to, whatever file you want to add here, just add it. So nano, I need to make a folder, that is kubernetes.list, kubernetes.list. The format should be in dot list format. Check the spelling. Kubernetes. Yeah, spelling is correct. Now here we will add that Debian package of Kubernetes. So dev https. Again we are making use of https. We are adding to apt dot kubernetes. Kubernetes, correct. Space kubernetes hyphen xanu name. So actually in this package, in this URL, the all the Kubernetes packages are there: kubectl, kubeadm, cube kubectl, kubeadm, and cubelet. Just save it. Yes, hit enter. Okay. uh, just see cube list. The HTTP is correct. apt.kubernetes.io. Yeah, it's correct. Okay. Okay, now what I need to do, just update once again aptget update. Okay, it is taking update. Meanwhile, I'll go here and I'll do the same. cd hyphen etc hyphen apt hyphen sources dot list dot d. Okay, ls is correct. Nano kubernetes dot list. So Debian package dps colon, so to add apt dot kubernetes dot io / space kubernetes dot xaniel space https apt.kubernetes kubernetes.io kubernetes dot. Okay, here one mistake we did. This should not be dot, this should be hyphen. So https apt.kubernetes.io kubernetes hyphen xaniel. Correct. Looks good. Save it. Yes. Clear. Sudo apt hyphen get update. Okay, this is done correctly, but here it seems some issue. So we need to jump and we need to see what is actually causing the issue. Okay, see here we missed E. So cd c/pt/ sources list.d. Nano kubernetes.list space apt kubernetes kubernetes. Okay, awesome. Okay, now again I'll run sudo apt hyphen get update and let's see this time it is successful or not. Awesome, it is successful, it's done. Now we are good to now it's updated. Now we are good to install the Kubernetes. So for that, so as you will do clear, and the command is apt-get install y cubelet cubelet kubeadm qctl and kubernetes.cni. Okay, so what is this? We are installing and we are giving yes only now, so that will not will we give yes for the so kubelet already we have discussed. It's already about the installation of pods, containers, and as per the specification from API server to install the application. kubeadm, it's all about creating a cluster, setting up all the clusters, make sure that cluster is up, and also kubeadm will we will make use of kubeadm uh, to install the cluster infrastructure. kubectl, it is basically the command line which will be going through in future, and we will use of this. How many pods are there, how many replications pods are there, how we will ask by using this kubectl command, like how we are using git push origin master, git pull, git stash, like that only here. Docker push pull, docker run -it -d that image name. So same way kubectl will be going to be used as a command line. It's a command line tool. What's a kubernetes.cni? So cni is basically the container network interface. It's a cloud foundation project library. So this is responsible actually. So kubernetes will make use of this container network interface to have an interface between your network provider, whatever network provider to this machine, and kubernetes IP. As we already know that kubernetes will make use of its own IP. So this is what we are installing here, which we'll be gonna use in future. Hit enter. Same thing we will do in this machine also. Sudo apt-get install -y cube. See, setting a kubelet, everything is set it up correct. Awesome. Kubelet kubectl kubeadm okay, spelling mistake again. kubernetes.cni and hit enter. So up to here all the steps are same for both master as well as nodes. Now we need to make sure which node, which machine, Ubuntu machine will gonna be used as a master. Awesome. So on both the machines we have installed now. So this green one I'll make this master, and this orange one I'll make this slave. So now Kubernetes is installed here. So what we will do now, as we already discussed, kubeadm is responsible to setting up all the cluster. So before doing that, let's see, we'll do here, clear it. Okay, so we will initialize this kubeadm, which is kubeadm. What is kubeadm? This kubeadm will be responsible to creating the cluster. So kubeadm init we have initialized. Okay, so we have initialized and we are making this server as an API server, and we will advertise its private IP here. And as we all already know that Kubernetes will have its own network, So on pod network, so we will make use of that pod network CIDR value range, so that whatever the pods will be made in future, it will distribute the IPs by the kubernetes, and it will make a CNI. By use of that kubernetes CNI, it will as we already know that the CNI is responsible for making the interface. So okay, kubeadm init, we have initialized it. Now we will advertise its IP address. So hyphen hyphen API, this API server hyphen advertise hyphen address equals, just copy your master, this is a master, and private IP, paste it here, space hyphen hyphen pod network. Why we are using? So that CIDR value range should be used later, and this is by default. We have 192.168.0.0/60. So this is a default CIDR range as per the Calico plugins in kubeadm. Okay, when we will hit enter, see, we are expecting some warnings. Okay, error num CPU. This is what we are expecting. The number of available CPUs, one is less than the required two. So here it is saying that you need at least, to move further to setting up the cluster, you need at least 2 CPU core. But as we are using the free, that T2 micro, so if we'll go for 2, we need to pay for it, which we are not doing, because we are doing just for the lab practice purpose. So what we will do, we will make use of this command, and we will ignore this num CPU, or maybe some another requirement it will say, then it will be ignored. So instead of giving num CPU, we will give equals to all. So again, just run the same command and give hyphen hyphen ignore hyphen pre-flight hyphen errors equals. Make sure, be careful in using S, and if it is not S, make sure of that, be careful of that. So we'll give all and hit enter. So we will wait for some time, and what it will do actually, so first it will ignore all the dependencies. If there is 1 CPU required, 2 CPU required, then it's okay. This command will tell ignore it, and after that it will provide a token, which we need to make use of that token, and we will run that token command in our slave machine, so that it will get connect. With that, this command will give some more commands which we need to run in this master node, and you will see everything. See, so first of all, what I was talking, this token, so this one I need to run here. Okay. It will be connected then. So first it is saying your Kubernetes control plane has initialized successfully. To start using your cluster, you need to run the following as a regular user. So these 3 commands we need to run now. Okay. So I will run this one, hit enter. Hit enter, and the last one, this, give enter, done. Now it's saying you should now deploy a pod network to the cluster. So run kubectl apply -f pod network.yaml with one of the options listed at. So we will not run this one. We will go to the kubeadm install site. Kubeadm means kubernetes website, and we will copy that calico plugins command and we will run it. So before doing that, I just want to show you one thing. I will join first this by using token, and yeah, it will throw an error. Why? Because I need to put the sudo command here, so I'm hoping something error. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, actually we have already given sudo su, so it doesn't require. So what is saying, this node has joined the cluster. Awesome. Certificate signing request was sent to API server and a response was received. The kubelet was informed of the new secure connection details, and is telling to check this out, you need to run this kubectl get nodes. So let's see. Kubectl, see, now we are using this command kubectl get nodes, hit enter. Okay, awesome. See what we are receiving here. This is 172.31.92 and 41. Okay, which is the, which you can see here. This is a private IP master. Okay, okay. Where is my node? So we will see which is the master. Master is this 172.31.94.41. So this is a master. This is saying not ready. Why it is not ready? Because we have not installed the pod network here. We need to install the pod network, and again we need to run this command, but it is saying this one. Okay, so we'll just copy, we'll go to this website, which is, we can also find our kubeadm install. Okay, so the very first website you need to go, it's a very informative documentation you can go through. So okay, if you want all the commands, you can take these commands from here. This is where Ubuntu Debian HyperX OS, you can just copy paste onto your machines and run it. Now everything is done for me, so we'll go to using kubeadm to create a cluster, and we'll go to that plugins. If you'll go down, you will find out. Okay, just copy that command to create pod network. Okay, where is that? Okay, yeah. So you can see these all are the plugins: Calico, Cilium, Conte VPP, Flannel, Cube Router, WebNet. See here, it is written by default Calico use 192.168.0.0/16 as a pod network CIDR, though this can be configured in the calico.yaml file. For Calico to work correctly, you need to pass this same CIDR to the kubeadm init command using this, which we already have used here. Now we need to copy this one and paste it here, hit enter. So it is creating my pod network. Awesome. Now we will again run that command, in which command we got from our node, which is kubectl get nodes, hit enter, and see, it is not ready. It will come, it will take some time. So master is not ready, it will take some time. It will. So if you want to see more information, you need to go kubectl get nodes -node wide, hit enter. Okay, now see, it is ready now. The master is also ready and the node is also ready, and these are the name, IP, name IP, and this is a role master. We have taken this as a master, this machine as a master. See, 172.31, 94.41, and is means this is the uptime, or you can say this is a 4 minute 18 seconds before we have created, means this cluster node has been created. This is a version, and internal IP is this one, 172.31.90, which is same as here. Okay, external IP we will define later. We will see later how to configure this one. OSMS Ubuntu should be same because we have taken the same from AWS instances. Kernel version, this also should be same, and this is a container runtime. It's Docker 18.9.7. So this is information we got, and this all also proved that our node, so whatever your nodes, there's only one node I have created, you can join like that. So it is now joined, and now my cluster is ready. If you want to see the pods, you can again go to kubectl, get pods, hyphen all hyphen name spaces. Okay, hit enter, and see, these all are the pods actually created inside the Kubernetes. Cube system, Calibre cube controllers, Calico node, these are the plugins with the pods, and status all are running one by one, and ages 2 minutes 7 minutes back actually it started. Yeah, awesome. So now this is what our cluster has been created with those commands, and we have successfully created and we have successfully joined our master and nodes, and so the cluster infrastructure is ready to be used. In next videos we will see how to create the this IP, this public IP, so that we can use our application from internet, outside the internet. This is already cluster. If you want to access an application, you can access, but inside the cluster, not from the outside. So that all things we will see later. I hope everything is clear, everything is I just made as possible as easy from my side. It should be like that, I'm just hoping. You can go back to the videos, you can scroll back and you can see the commands. If you will understand the command, how it works, it's very easy to install, it's very easy to run the commands. It's not, it looks like difficult, but it's not so difficult if you will see how the commands actually work, and you can practice, and yeah, I'm sure you will also get very clarity after giving a hands-on. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. Thanks so much.